Hi guys, welcome back to the Hustle Unfiltered podcast. In this episode, we break down a little bit of banter of Kayla's competition, her first bodybuilding show, and we run through what that day looked like for her. And then we go into why resetting every fucking Monday is killing your progress and how to overcome that so that you can actually make some progress moving forward within your physique. As always, if you enjoy this episode, please make sure you follow on Spotify, subscribe on YouTube, do all the things. Otherwise, if you're interested in coaching, give us a message or fill out the application form below. Enjoy the episode. There's so much personal branding going on over here right now. We've got monsters, we've got bodybuilding.
Our hydro jugs.
Hydro jugs.
My medals, because I'm 25 and I won 3 medals on the weekend.
You sure did.
I sure did.
How'd you go?
We got 2 second place and a 3rd, but they gave us 4th place medals.
Yeah, so I have a bone to pick on that because I'm just like, what show or what federation, organization or event management doesn't have enough medals for the amount of people competing?
Yeah, especially for 2nd place. I'm like, I want my actual silver medal.
Yeah, because even if there's like 2 people in the division, which can happen, it's a common thing.
Yeah.
Like you still need a 2nd place medal.
Well, I just think out of everything you over ordered or over delivered with, you'd think it'd be at least the top 3 medals.
Yeah, exactly.
But it'll be delivered, I'm pretty sure, to my mom's house, because I don't think I put that address to here, which is a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
So when they do arrive, I will be posting about it because I want the actual silver medal. But very, very happy with how the weekend went.
Tell us about, how did you find the experience? Like, obviously it was your first competition. There would have been a lot of nerves going on there.
Yeah, there was definitely more nerves, I think, than I thought, because even like I was saying last night, when I was posing and practicing last night, I definitely felt like a lot of this like weight had been lifted off my shoulders, which I didn't realize leading into it. Obviously, this is the first time I'm stepping on stage, so I didn't necessarily know what to fully expect because I haven't experienced it yet. But the day, honestly, was just so much better than I could have imagined. Like, I knew kind of going into it, I was like, I'm either going to absolutely love this or I'm going to not enjoy being on stage in front of a crowd and like doing my thing. But I think I prepped myself well leading into it, and even just having you there and Jason there, and not that you necessarily had to talk me off a ledge, but just having you guys there as well and being
keeping you as far away from the ledge as possible. Yeah,
like you guys were very, very supportive, and even just having Jason there to remind me like, this is the first show, like just have fun, like you've done everything you possibly could up until this point, and I absolutely listened to him with that, and I had the best time on stage. The first, because we did, I did 3 categories going into it, so it was like wellness is the division, and then there's like subcategories under it, and you can obviously do multiple. So I did 3 of them, and the first one, when I walked out, I was like fucking so happy to be on stage, but I felt so shaky. And like even when I was doing the posing, I was like, why am I shaking so much? Like I feel good, like I'm actually really enjoying this. It wasn't as scary as I thought. But then each time I went back up on stage, the shakes and the nerves really left the building.
Being the spectator watching you, like you definitely looked more comfortable as time went on the stage.
Yeah.
Just like a release of tension almost.
Yeah, and I felt that as well. Like by the last time I stepped up on stage, I was like, I could keep doing this. Like this is fun. Like let's go again. I'm ready to go back up on the stage again. But it was so much fun, and like I said, it was definitely so much better than I expected. There was one moment where I could have cried when I was there on the day when I was speaking to you on the phone, because I got there so early.
Yeah,
I thought
for context on this, like. So you had what? You went to the athlete meeting in the morning.
Yeah, so on the website, it says the athlete briefing will be at the start of the show. So I was like, the show technically starts early in the morning, which was when all the boys were on. So I'm like, I'm assuming I need to be there for that. And I was like, I didn't want to get an Uber there and back to where we were staying. I just was like, it's just a waste of time and money. So I was like, I'll just get everything ready and just hang there, thinking that that's what every other person was doing, and that was absolutely not the case. So I was there from like 8:30. I wasn't on stage until 4 o'clock.
Yeah, so you left in the morning, Jason and I went to go train, and we were like talking, we're like, she doesn't need to be there that early. But we both agreed, like the nerves, the wanting to be there just in case something happened, like first time around, we just like let you do your thing.
Yeah.
And that's when I was speaking to you and I was like, just come home so you can chill at home. And you didn't want to, so we went there. And it was funny because like by the time we got there, it was like 1 o'clock anyway.
Well, literally after I had called you or spoke to you, I went back to the room and I just like ate a meal. I just put my headphones in, listened to like a meditation breathwork session from Didge. And I was just like, you're all good, Kayla. It's fine. Like there's so much happening, but it's fine, Kayla. And then literally 5 minutes after that, the girls from like the tanning place were like, do you need a top coat? And I was like, yeah, I may as well do it now. And then after that was done, I waited like 10 minutes and then it was time for hair and makeup. So it was just a little moment.
Yeah. Look, I get it. Like being there backstage first time, you're just like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know where I need to be. There's no communication. You're on your own. Like it's definitely difficult, but
it can just be very overwhelming in that room. Like there was so much happening because we're in a room where
backstage at a bodybuilding show is horrible. Like it smells like BO, smells like farts.
It's smelly.
Smells like tan. And it's just like there's just half naked bodies everywhere.
Yeah, and like there's obviously like heaps of competitors walking around. Like a lot of the boys were like practicing their posing and it's their coaches walking around, but we're also in the room where hair and makeup and the tanning was happening. So there was just like
because you tan
overstimulation to the fucking max.
And just like the tans, like for reference, they just like get fucking naked. So
yeah, full butt ass naked. I got in to do my first base coat and she was like, okay, we're ready. I was like, am I getting like butt ass naked for this? And she's like, yeah. I was like, okay. They've seen that many fucking penises and vaginas today.
Like I did that for mine and it's just like, you're literally just in a room like basically naked with like everyone just posing, looking at themselves.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's a very weird environment to be
out
in.
of context, if you were just to have seen what this room is like, you'd be like, what on earth is happening?
Yeah.
But as a whole, it was the best day ever. And I'm so excited to do it again this weekend.
Well, you get to do it again this weekend.
Yeah.
You fucking better hope you enjoyed it.
Well, yeah, lucky I absolutely did. But it was so worth it. And yeah, to walk away with the placings I got, I was like even more stoked. Like that was the cherry on top for all of it.
Yeah. No, that's good. Well, should we get into something productive?
Sure.
Got a bit of a plan here. I've got the fucking laptop out today and everything.
Yeah, it's giving like proper podcast.
Yeah. So
hopefully the camera doesn't fucking die.
Was it charged?
Yeah, it was fully charged.
Oh, okay, we're good. All right, so, well, we kind of touched on this like in a bit of another podcast of like a rant of yours, but I thought we could go into it more in detail of like, I don't even say like weekends, but like just in general, like why resetting, why, locking back in, or the weekends itself is killing your progress. And I'm of the opinion, and like obviously you probably agree with me, but like if you're in that cycle where you have to earn it, burn it, undo it, like, or, keep resetting, the plan never worked in the first place. Or do you have any opinion, do you have any experience on that yourself? Because I want to get into what the real problem is as well. Yeah,
I really dislike the idea of having to re-lock back in.
Or just start again.
Or restart, because I'm like, when you do this journey properly, like physique goal, fitness goal, training goal, whatever it may be, it's one of those things that should be sustainable long term. The degree or the measures at place or the plan at place will get tweaked according to the specific goal. Like if you're dieting, building, whatever it may be, but the actual crux of it isn't something you need to reset every single 4 weeks, 12 weeks, anything like that.
Yeah, it's like what Jason said on the weekend. You're always 100%. It's just where that 100% energy is going is different after a certain amount of time.
Absolutely.
It's like right now you're 100% into prep. It's like you're going to pull back and you're going to go 100% into health.
Yeah.
Like you're still 100% though. There's no re-locking back in. There's no restarting.
No, it's just if you were to put a fucking like term on it, it's like you're locking in on that certain goal, but it doesn't mean you've ever unlocked out of it and just removed yourself. It's like, okay, we're pivoted.
Yeah, exactly. And look, in my opinion, I think the whole starting again thing, whether it's on a Monday or after, a 12-week diet, whatever it is, it creates slow results. Mm-hmm. It builds up a lot of guilt and it creates a lot of resistance to you hitting that next goal.
Yeah.
So look, I want to sort of break down what the real problem is. And I think personally, the real problem comes down to the plan doesn't work. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on that?
I'd say the plan doesn't work, but there's also like just delaying what is actually possible for you. Like I was thinking, maybe it was this morning on my walk or maybe even yesterday, I can't remember, But I feel like it's just delaying the opportunity you have to actually be better. It's like, say Friday, I fucked up, whatever, I'll start again on Monday. It's like you're now delaying 2 days worth of you actually showing up for yourself. And I feel like there's a lot of fear present when that is the case as well. It's like you do so well, something goes wrong, and it's kind of reconfirming like, I can't do this. So it's like all this fear is backing you up, and you're just now delaying the process even more.
Yeah, and I feel like as well, when this does occur, it's usually when stress arises in people's lives as well. Like, you know, they're trying to escape their lives in a way on a weekend, whether it's through alcohol, food, or just like overall chaos on a weekend. It's like you want to get out of the house because you don't want to sit at home with your thoughts, because the idea of doing that scares the living shit out of you. So I'm going to go do something because I don't want to feel everything I've felt this weekend or this week. So I'm going to go eat shit or engage socially in alcohol and then ruin all my progress. Come to Sunday night and you're like, fuck, I feel like shit.
Yeah, you already felt like shit. Now you feel like even more like shit after the actions that just happened the day or night before.
Yeah. And that's the thing as well though, right? Because it's like you associate fun with escaping and doing things that you shouldn't be doing or that don't align with your goals. Whereas instead, when we have a big week, what do? We go for a walk on the weekend, we take a slow morning, we go do a sauna, you know, we go hang out and spend quality time with each other that doesn't need to involve like a binge or an alcohol, like fucking, like a bender essentially. And I think that's where the problem arises. It's like your plan isn't made to deal with stress. It's just there for when things are good. And it's like you need to have a plan in place where when the stress does come or when things don't go according to plan during the week, that you can react accordingly and stay on track. So I guess like how can we sort of own the weekends? What are some of the things that you would do to own your weekends?
Go back to the basics of my non-negotiables. It's like, it's not even a non-negotiable, it's just like, that's just how we live regardless if we're stressed or not. It's like, okay, doing some form of movement. If you train multiple times within a week and some of your sessions fall on the weekend, you get your sessions done. And if that's not the case, you do your walk, go outside, get some fresh air. You know, still eating the same amount of meals you would Monday to Friday. It's like, I feel like when people get quite stressed or when this does happen, it's like, yeah, your work week looks different to a weekend. Like there is less routine, there is less structure in terms of like, I need to be here at a certain time.
But create the structure.
But exactly, it's like, okay, just because you're home all day on the weekend doesn't mean you don't eat, or it doesn't mean you eat everything. It's like, by keeping the same structure you have with your nutrition on the weekend, you're going to feel a lot better for it. Still having high protein brekkie, still having a high protein lunch. And if you are going out for dinner on the weekend or you do have a social event on that weekend, it's like, okay, replace that meal for that meal. But it doesn't mean all the other structure throughout the day that's in your control goes out the window. So it's like still prioritizing the same meals, doing some form of movement, whether that's a walk or your training sessions or both, if that's how it pans out. Still drinking your water. I feel like that's another thing. It's like probably on the weekend you're running around a lot. It's like still keep your water bottle with you. And it's literally just falling back onto the basics, your basic needs as a functioning human being. Yeah,
I agree. I think another thing as well is just like locking in what those like non-negotiables are before anything actually happens. So I think one of the things that we see a lot, or like that we have dealt with a lot with both in our own experiences in life, like our own journeys, and as well as with coaching, is, I'll just see how I go on the weekend. It's like, you're mentally setting yourself up for failure. Because like no one sees how they go. You know what I mean? It's like, I got a job interview on Monday, I'm just gonna see how I go. It's like, you don't do that if that's for a job that you actually want. You do that when you don't give a fuck. And that might be a little bit blunt and hard to hear, but it's like, plan ahead. It's like if you're going to an event, it's like, understand what you're gonna do when you're there and I'm gonna have this meal for breakfast, I have this meal for lunch, I'm gonna either save some calories for dinner, and I'm only gonna have one drink. And like fucking write it down or fucking imprint it on your brain somewhere, put it in your notes and own that because you said you were gonna do it. I think one of the things that I like get really upset about is when I do ask a client a question of like how they plan on managing the weekend, and it's just sort of like, yeah, I'm going to see how I go, or I'm not too sure. Or then we come to Monday and it's like, oh, sorry, bro, you know, it happened, like went on a bender, whatever, or whatever the fuck happened. Won't let it happen again next weekend. It's like, that's fucking bullshit. It's like, you put zero effort into planning that, and you're probably going to do the same thing the next time that happens. It's like, how do you expect to improve? It's like reviewing a game plan. It's like an athlete watches their game tape to know where they went wrong. It's the same thing, and maybe that might sound a bit irrational, but it's like, if you constantly are the person coming back to starting again on a Monday or locking back in, then it's like, these are the measures that you need to take.
I don't even think it's irrational, because at the end of the day, it's like, okay, sure, it might take an extra 5 minutes to plan out the weekend or whatever it may be, and it might seem like it's a little bit obsessive or controlling, but it's like, you feel like shit regardless.
Yeah.
Like, would you have not rather done that? Sure, your friends might say you're a bit fucking weird or whatever. At least you walk away from that experience enjoying yourself. You get to wake up the next day knowing, like, fucking earth, I just did that. I stuck to my word. Like, I feel so great. My friends are all hungover and feel like shit. Like, I would argue and say that's a much better solution to that than being like, oh, it's too weird to plan ahead, or it's too controlling to plan ahead, and then you end up feeling like a piece of shit anyway.
Yeah, I mean, think of it this way, right? When you can't stick to something, you need more rules. You can't bend the rules until you know them well.
Something Ditch has said, it's like, we're all adults and like we're just like big kids, and we still need rules, and I'm like, fucking oath you do.
Yeah, it's like the same as like when you were in like high school or like primary school. It's like you didn't get to use a pen because you didn't know how to write, so you need a fucking rubber. You need a pencil, so you learn how to write properly. You drew within the lines. You know, you fucking remember like the dotted lines with the J and the K. It's like, you fucking need that because you don't know how to write. So it's like, this is the same thing. You don't get to have flexibility on weekends when you don't even know how to be rigid. And I think like that's so important because, yeah, a great thing you touched on there was like, your friends might find it fucking weird. You know, but if you don't know how to have fun with your friends without having to eat with them or drink with them, it's like, then fuck, man, you really need to reassess your values in life.
Yeah.
Like, we go to family events, we go hang out with friends, and we don't get absolutely obliterated, and we can have a good time, and that's okay. Yes, of course, there's still a time to have a crack every now and then if you want to have a drink, whatever. But like, pick and choose those battles, and if you have a goal, then you need to choose that that's not an option at the moment. But
I think even with that, like, just to reflect on why you feel the need to do that or engage in those activities when you're with your friends, it's like, at the end of the day, you're doing it to please them. Because if the goal that you want to achieve doesn't align with those actions, it's like, well, the only reason why you're choosing against it is to make them happy. But at the end of the day, this is about you and your goals. If you choose that action or that choice, you're showing up for yourself, and what they have to say about it is on them.
Yeah, I agree. And I think one of the other things as well is just like, learning to say no is a massive skill. Like, I think one of the things that a lot of people run into is, you know, they say, oh, no, I can't, or I shouldn't. It's like, just say, I'm good, thank you. You know, like, shut it off. And this is where, like, setting those boundaries is so important, because it's your language that you use. That really what it comes down to, because it gets to a point now where people don't even like offer us food, you know, like, especially lately with you being in prep, it's like, oh, it's all good. You know, like, they don't even have to ask, they know, because you've been very firm and fair with the boundaries that you've set, where it's like, no, I can't. Not like, oh, like, I'll just have a little bit, you know, because a little bit is never a little bit. Yeah. And I think if you can learn to say no to that, that's going to help you build that confidence over time, so that your friends will start to respect that decision. And if they don't, then maybe it's time to reassess. And that's a bit of a harsh reality. Yeah. So what do you think are some mindset shifts that we can make in this aspect of things around restarting on Monday, managing weekends, and just like locking back in to make life a little bit easier for you, for the person to deal with?
I think it's important to understand, like, you are literally always one decision away from moving forward. One meal away, one decision, one day away. Like, example, it's a Saturday morning, maybe you went out for brekkie, you had a big brekkie, and like, maybe you went over your calories, whatever it is. It's like, you could wait until Monday and write off the rest of the weekend, or you could literally just be like, okay, you know what? Yeah, I had a big meal. It was fucking delicious. It was satisfying. I am quite full, but the next decision I'm making is in alignment with the goal I want to achieve.
Yeah.
Like, it's as simple as that. And this is the issue that I can have with it, because I used to overcomplicate things as well, where it thinks it needs to be this massive ordeal to get back on track. It needs to have all your 50 fucking ducks in order. It's like, no, just literally one decision, whether that be the next meal. Oh, okay, I didn't get my session done today. Time got the better of me. I have half an hour now. I'm just going to go for a quick walk. Like, just one decision. It doesn't need to be 50,000 things. It's like, what's the one next decision you can make that pulls you out and moves you forward?
Yeah, because I think people glorify that whole resetting as well.
Yeah, I fucking do, and I have in the past. Like, you know, I'm going to change my whole calendar and I'm going to reset the whole house and reset the bedroom and do all these things, which I think is great every now and again. But if you felt off or you haven't been on track and you try and do that, it's overwhelming. And you're going to do all the planning and you're not going to get anything done.
Yeah, I think a great example was you on the weekend. Like, you had a free meal after the show. You know, you had sushi, you enjoyed yourself, but you didn't like make a big deal out of it and say, oh, I'm locking back in for the rest of the season. Like, you know, I've got like 2 more shows, reset with me. It's like,
I should have done that. I would have got so much engagement on Monday. Reset with me, guys. Fucking lock back in for peak week number 2.
It's like
I was still locked in on that meal. I made sure I didn't overeat because I didn't want to feel like shit.
Well, you don't want to feel like shit, but also you didn't want to like undo a lot of progress, you know, like you again, there's like a lot of like, you have some leeway there.
Yeah.
Because like, obviously you've dieted for fucking 24 weeks. So it's not like you're going to overnight put on 4 kilos
10
of
kilos.
fat. You know, so it's like not really like scientifically possible. But anyway, it's like you didn't turn that into a 3-day binge. You didn't turn that into this big deal. It's like, yeah, cool, Monday back on track, or not even Sunday back on track. It's like, we went to the gym on Sunday, you got your 30 minutes of cardio in, you trained, you got your steps done. It's like nothing changed.
No.
And I think, yeah, if you glorify that whole reset mindset, it becomes a consistent thing, because you constantly look for that self-validation of like, yeah, I'm gonna make it happen. Whereas like, if you just do it, you don't need to do that.
And you get a lot of self-validation from yourself anyway, knowing that you just moved the fuck on.
Yeah.
Like, I feel great because I'm like, I got to enjoy my meal. And it's just like, I'm still doing the thing. Like, it's not a 0 to 100. It's just like, we're just doing what we're doing.
Yeah, and like, how like confident can you feel in yourself when you like, just like as a person looking in the mirror, right? How confident can you feel within your own values to be the person that has the rubber arm? You know, it's like, imagine walking through life and being so easy to convince to do something. It's like, that kind of really lacks a lot of values on your end, and like, you don't really know who you are because you're trying to please a lot of people. And it's like, I'm not a fucking therapist, but I just think like, if you learn to say yes and no to the things that you want, despite what other people think, you will have a lot more confidence in your life.
Absolutely.
You'll make better decisions. You'll move forward within your goals a lot easier, a lot quicker, because you're okay with who you are and where you're going. And I think that took us a long time for us to work out. Like, we had to do a lot of those things. Like, and this is what we're saying. Like, we're saying this stuff because we've actually done it. Like, our weekends used to revolve around bendering and alcohol and whatever else was involved. It's like, we've done that. We've gotten to the Monday and hated our lives. Like, we've gotten to the fucking end of the month and been like, fuck me, I literally have like gotten drunk every weekend this weekend. And you feel like shit.
Yeah.
And then you go on Instagram and you look at everyone else who's crushing it and you say, well, fuck, why am I not like that person? And you need to have that hard, honest conversation with yourself and say, well, I don't know how to fucking say no.
Yeah, you got to take responsibility for where you are now.
Yeah, exactly.
That is like, even when I think back to, I always say like the first photo shoot, because that 100% like changed the entire trajectory for my life. It wasn't up until that point. I used to avoid all responsibility. I would play the blame game of, oh, it's because my friends had this on the weekend, so like I had to go. I couldn't say no. Or, oh, well, the food was there. Like my mum made the food. I had to eat it. It's like, yeah, I can keep blaming everyone, but I'm just going to stay exactly where I am. It wasn't until I was like, you know what, Kayla? You are the reason you're in this position. And sure, some shit might have been thrown at you. Sure, there might have been some setbacks, whatever it may be, and that would have been out of your control. But at the end of the day, the decision you made after that is entirely your responsibility and was entirely in your control, and you chose to blame everything else. And it wasn't until I was like, okay, I'm where I am right now because of my actions, my decisions, my choices. If I don't want to be in this position anymore, I have to take responsibility for that and choose differently. And since that point, I have chosen differently. I am absolutely not the same person I was then. And that's because I've taken responsibility for every single thing that has gotten me to where I am now, both the good and the bad.
Yeah. I mean, take it from someone who literally has the most ethnic family in the fucking world. Like, you can fucking say no to your mum's cooking or your grandmother's cooking. Like, you can. My mum was shocked when it happened, when it first started happening. She hated the meal prep. She hated me doing it. She's like, you're always in the fucking kitchen. Like, I had proper, like, punch-ons with my mum and my stepdad about cooking in that fucking kitchen, to the point where it was like, I can't wait to move out for this exact reason. But I still had a good relationship with them, like, and they respected it after a certain point, after especially they saw where I was going. It's like, in the beginning, everyone's gonna see what you're doing and they're gonna say, well, why the fuck are he or she doing that? Until you start getting the results, until you do the photo shoot, until you step on stage, until you look hectic on the beach.
Not only that, I think also the communication side of things is actually explaining to them why you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah, just be honest.
They don't have to fully understand, they don't have to get involved with you, but if you just explain, like, this is why I'm doing it, this is what's for me, and this is for my goals, and this is what makes me happy, the ones who love you will accept that. They don't have to fully understand it, but they'll accept it, because if they love you that much, they will just see that this is what makes you happy, and we support that.
Yeah, like, I mean, I had heaps of family events over the past couple of months, and you didn't come to most of them because you're in prep and you didn't want to be around food. And my mum's like, all good.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine. Like, that's what's expected. Now, it's not to say that you just have to stop showing up to family events, but
this is like an extreme. I feel like, with the prep
but it's
side
like
of things.
learning to say no is still like okay. Like, going to the event and just being like, oh, I'm good, you know, like, or I'm not going to have any food, I'm not going to drink, or
even like when we had one of my family events, like we went out to dinner. My whole family got all the food. And they're like, do you want anything? I'm like, no. Like, I've got food at home.
Yeah.
But I still got to spend time with them. I still got to hang out with them. Still got to chat to them. Like, it wasn't just about the food in itself. And I think that's also another point to understand when you are around these social events, or you're hanging around people that maybe don't do the same things as you do. It's like, go enjoy the company. Like, it doesn't always have to be about the food or the drinks itself.
Yeah.
Like, if you love these people, if you respect these people, and you want to have the time and the connection with them, it's like, you will go and connect with them.
Yeah, and like, offer to go train with them. Go do something different with them, you know? If they
go for a walk.
Go for a walk. If they say you're locking in with your training, it's like, be like, hey, like, do you want to come to the gym with me? It's like, they might really enjoy it. You know, maybe they'll lock in with you, and that's what like an evolution of a relationship also looks like. But I guess to sort of recap this, like, reflecting on it, what would it look like to stop resetting every Monday?
I'd say get really fucking clear on what it is that you want for yourself, and like what sort of standards you want to hold yourself to. And like, that means like, how many days a week do you want to train? How many, like, what you're going to do with your nutrition. Like, are you a meal prep person twice a week, 3 times a week? Are you someone that does it once a week? Like, get really clear on what the minimum standards you're willing to hold yourself to, whether it's on a good day or a bad day.
Yeah.
Because that's technically your rule book or your guidelines to be able to keep moving forward, even on the good days, even on the bad days. Just like you have your kind of minimum targets maybe at work. If you've got like your KPIs at work, it's like, this has to be hit every single week, every single month, whatever it may look like. Some months it might be quick. You might hit those KPIs within the first 2 weeks, really, really easy. Other weeks it might be a little bit more of a grind, but it's like, regardless, those are the standards you are holding. Same thing for yourself. Some weeks it's going to feel like a breeze. Some weeks you're going to have more stress and it's going to be harder, but regardless, they get done.
100%. And I think just on that as well, it's like understanding what the expectations are to get to that goal. If that means saying no a couple of times, like, that's fine. And the goal isn't to like say no forever. It just means that the yes actually should mean something. You know what I mean? And I think just also knowing that, you know, you're not alone doing this. Like we do it, like other people do it. Like it's okay to go on this journey and want to hold yourself to a different standard, and just like know that as well. Like you're not an isolated person for it. But yeah, I think that really caps it off quite well.
Slay.
To finish things off, if this message hits home for you, if this is something that you struggle with or something that you want to work on yourself, there's going to be a link description below for coaching for myself and Kayla. So if you guys are interested in getting coached and wanting to take your physique to the next level, there'll be a questionnaire for Kayla's coaching and a questionnaire for my coaching as well. So go ahead, fill those out if you're interested. Otherwise, we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye.